Welcome to H2O Croutons.
I'm Alexis.
And I'm Jennifer. Together, we're mother
and daughter co-host. Think Gen Z
meets Gen X and let the games begin. We're here to add a little crunch to your day with real talk on everything from A to Z.
From pop culture and the latest news to deep dives on topics that you didn't even know you cared about, we've got you covered.
So, grab a drink, get cozy, and let's dive in. This is H2O Croutons.
Hey everybody, welcome to H2O Croutons. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Lexi.
Hi Lexi.
Hi.
What are we going to talk about today?
Oh, I don't know. I think we should talk about the Tate brothers.
Ah, yes, those guys. I have opinions, and if any lawyers of his are listening, that's exactly what this entire episode is our opinion. Thank you.
They've not been convicted of anything yet. It's not good outlook, especially, quite frankly, in whatever they get, they deserve.
So that's what we're talking about today. Get ready. We would love to hear your feedback, so anything that you want to take a mental note of to contact us about, please feel free. We'll be right back.
Does anyone else have that one podcast recommendation? When you're yearning for genuine connection, the podcast recommendation is perfect with the Soul Connection podcast. That's where H2O Croutons comes in. It's like eavesdropping on the coolest Gen X mom and her Gen Z daughter. They chat, argue, and laugh about everything you think you shouldn't talk about. It's fresh, it's fun, and never boring. Tune in and trust me, you'll be hooked.
Welcome back. So, we're going to dive right in.
All right.
By telling everyone who they are. Who are the Tate brothers? Because I have to tell you, I didn't know who either one of them were until they came back into the country, and I'm like, why is this such a big deal?
Yeah.
So then I started doing some research. So, basically, Andrew Tate, the former kickboxing world champion turned social media influencer, is facing a criminal investigation in Florida. The reason that is, and this is after Marco Rubio said, oh, they're not welcome here.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they were.
Exactly.
It says the state's Attorney General, James Oldheimer, has said his office is working with law enforcement to conduct an inquiry into Tate and his brother, Tristan, who are charged with human trafficking in Romania. So, my first thing was, oh, yeah. Interesting. The brothers left Europe and landed in Fort Lauderdale in late February. I want to stop here for just a moment and add that this is coming from The Independent in the UK. This is their article. They were first arrested 3 years ago on allegations of trafficking minors, sexual intercourse with a minor, and money laundering. They have denied all claims. The White House reportedly pressured the Romanian government to lift a travel ban on the brothers, who are both dual U.S. and UK citizens. Andrew, 38, and Tristan, 36, deny all wrongdoing across a string of civil and criminal cases relating to sex abuse and trafficking in the UK, the US, and Romania. So 3 different countries.
Crazy.
So the case in Romania, in which 2 Romanian women were also charged, relates to rape and human trafficking offenses, which include organizing an alleged criminal group to sexually exploit women. And the case was sent back to prosecutors in December due to procedural issues, and there is no date currently set for a trial. Tate was released from house arrest in January after he was subjected to it when a second criminal case was brought up against the pair in Romania last August. But he also is seeing his social media accounts banned over inflammatory statements he has made, often appearing to advocate violence against women, which the platforms ruled violated their policy. He is frequently accused of embodying toxic masculinity and misogyny, having claimed himself that women cannot drive, that they belong in the home, and they are a man's property. We would not get along. Not that woman at all. He told the Anything Goes with James English podcast in June 2021 that he was absolutely sexist and absolutely misogynist, but claimed on Piers Morgan more recently that he was absolutely not.
Interesting. I wonder why.
Illegal. That's my opinion. Says teachers are increasingly concerned about the spread of his messages of male empowerment and to his potentially radicalizing influence on impressionable teenage boys.
Okay, I don't think that's considered, like, male empowerment, but, like, very much toxic ideology.
Yes. So in 1986, you got Emery Andrew Tate III. He's born in Washington, D.C. on December 1st to his parents. One was a U.S. Air Force sergeant, and his English wife, Eileen, a catering assistant. Initially raising their children in Chicago, the couple divorced in 1997, at which point Eileen Tate relocated to a council estate in Luton, Bedfordshire, with her young family, where she reportedly still lives. Tate has described his mother as my hero. It says they were broke as a joke during his childhood. So how did you learn to grow up to hate women so bad? She's your
exactly
hero. That's bizarre. So in 2005, young Andrew Tate starts boxing and martial arts while reportedly also working as a TV producer.
Maybe he got brain damage.
It could be. You never know. Maybe a girl kicked his butt. 2009, Tate wins the British full contact cruiserweight championship in Derby, going by the name King Cobra.
Okay.
Strike hard, strike fast. Strike first, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Strike hard, strike first, or something.
Strike first, strike fast, I think.
2011, he wins his first world title by beating Jean-Luc Benet via a knockout. Sorry. My French ancestors would be disappointed with my pronunciation. As his celebrity begins to grow, Tate joins Twitter, initially as @CobraTate. 2012, Tate and his brother Tristan begin their first adult webcam business, which employs lingerie-clad models to engage in chat sessions with men. Awkward.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you know what? If it pays, it pays.
Yeah, that's, if the woman wants to do it, then great. Yeah. I don't really care. I just don't. There's bigger things going on.
It's her business. And
but if they're being forced,
yes,
that's different.
And you remember how I told you the other day whenever we were talking about this, that they were being accused of not, like, selling them out for, like, prostitution, but making them make content.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they were doing with the webcam business.
Maybe. I don't know. In a later interview with The Mirror in March 2022, the brothers joke that their webcam ventures, which charge customers $4 an hour, are a, quote, a total scam. Because the models featured often tell lonely male callers, quote, fake sob stories, end quote, to elicit sympathy and earn larger tips.
Again,
Shock.
It makes money. Yeah, exactly.
Right, I'm not surprised. Tristan Tate tells the newspaper that the brothers are protected by two lines in their terms and conditions. Quote, one is broadcasting is for entertainment purposes only. That means if a model says she has a sick dog or a sick grandma, it doesn't have to be true.
Interesting.
The next is that all cash given to models is a voluntary sign of gratitude for their time broadcasting. 2013. He won his second world title. And in 2016, Tate is invited onto the 17th season of the reality TV show Big Brother, but quickly attracts scrutiny over his track record of controversial statements. He is removed from the house after just 6 days when a video surfaces showing him hitting a woman with a belt.
Oh.
In a statement, both he and the woman featured in the clip say they are friends and that the actions depicted were consensual.
Oh, that's a little different.
2017.
Still odd, but different.
Yeah. Andrew Tate moves to Bucharest, Romania with Tristan. He's setting up a home in a heavily fortified Serbian compound and claiming the UK has, quote, gone downhill, end quote. He says the prospect of avoiding rape charges more easily is probably 40% of the reason for moving to Central Europe. I'm going to read that again.
Yeah.
He says the prospect of avoiding rape charges more easily is, quote, probably 40% of the reason, end quote, for moving to Central Europe. Adding, quote, I'm not a f***ing rapist, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. I like being free. If you're a man living in England or Germany or America or any of the Western world right now, you've decided to live in a country where any woman at any point in the future can destroy your life. End quote.
I don't know, that kind of sounds like rape, buddy. I like just being able to do what I want. There's a thing called consent for a reason.
Yeah. He later tells The Times this was intended as an attack on litigation culture, commenting, quote, a dying empire adopts laws like a sick man adopts medicine, end quote. I feel like he was just a powerless man before and was trying to get that power back, and he went too far. So far. Having already stirred controversy on Twitter by claiming depression isn't real,
Jesus.
Tate is permanently suspended from the platform after saying on October 18th that women should, quote, bear some responsibility, end quote, for being sexually assaulted. Part of a thread commenting on the Harvey Weinstein affair. His quote, I don't agree with being banned. People get banned from Twitter all the time and make new profiles, end quote.
They
Quote,
should have IP banned them.
Yeah. And further quote says, I'm not inciting violence, promoting terrorism, or harassing anyone. This is censorship of free speech. I've never had specific tweets banned or been cautioned. End quote. The controversy boosts his profile among far-right conservatives, bringing him into the company of Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, Donald Trump Jr. in America.
Really?
And Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson in the UK. August 2022. So it starts getting a little more real. Having continued to build his following on social media and in right-wing media, a campaign to deplatform Tate resulted in his being banned from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
But not Twitter, right?
No, he already was banned at Twitter, remember? Hold on.
Oh.
He didn't own that.
I remember that, yeah.
So, in a final video, Tate claims that many of the criticisms levied at him are based on clips that have been misrepresented. Quote, I have some responsibility to bear. I still blame myself because my rise has been so meteoric, and I became so famous so quickly, end quotes. For the quote actually goes on to say, if there were as many people cutting up videos like they did mine, and those people have a negative agenda, they could make Mickey Mouse look evil, you could make anyone look bad, end quotes. His message is dismissed by Hope Not Hate's research director, who tells The Independent the clip attempts to completely rewrite his behavior, justify the unjustifiable, and he takes no responsibility.
That's like narcissist, I think, right? Narcissism.
People that are narcissists never believe they're wrong.
Exactly.
I don't think he is just because he said he has some other responsibility to take because he became so popular. I think he's got ego issues.
Oh, majorly.
So, I'm not a doctor. Anyway, it says, that same month, financial services company Stripe pulls out of processing subscriptions for Hustlers University, which is another Tate business, billed as an online, quote, academy, where members pay a monthly membership fee in exchange for advice on how to make a passive income from online industries such as cryptocurrency.
I remember this.
The venture reportedly has around 100,000 paying subscribers who are charged around $49 a month, but Stripe's decision prompts it to shut its affiliate marketing program, which had encouraged the spread of Tate's videos across social networks. Good on Stripe, I respect them more.
Yeah.
October 2022, after a video of Tate praying at a mosque in Dubai with MMA fighter Tam Khan goes viral. He announces in a post on Getter, Gettr, that he are converted to Islam. November 2022. Tate is reinstated on Twitter by new owner Elon Musk. Dun dun dun!
Oh, I wonder why.
Along with other previously banned right-wing figures, including Donald Trump, Kanye West, and Jordan Peterson.
It was so nice to have fucking Donald gone.
Yeah.
Gone off Twitter.
Yes. December 28, 2022, Tate posts his now infamous tweet to Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, boasting about his Bugatti and Ferraris and asking for her email address so he can, quote, send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions, end quote. And then she responds, yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at, it says, small deep energy at getalife.com. I like her.
Yeah. She annoys me sometimes, but she can be decent.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
It says the internet duly erupts, prompting Tate to respond, initially rather weakly, by asking, how dare you? He then returned with a video of himself sporting a dressing gown and smoking a cigar, claiming to believe the joke has backfired on her, and accusing the global matrix of deploying a bot farm to send her tweet viral. What? December 29th, Tate and his brother are detained in Romania for 30 days, along with 2 women on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. Prosecutors say they have found 6 women who claim to have been sexually exploited by the suspects for the purpose of creating internet pornography. The next day, December 30th, as excitable social media rumors suggest that a Jerry's Pizza box featured in Tate's video inadvertently revealed his location to authorities. Thunberg tweets about him again, declaring, quote, this is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes. Oh my gosh. January 3rd, the following year, Tate's valuable luxury car collection is seized by the Romanian authorities. January 8th, one of the 2 Tate brothers is allegedly hospitalized after a medical checkup in jail. A cryptic tweet follows from Tate's account, although it's unclear if he wrote it himself, which states, the Matrix has attacked me, but they misunderstood. You cannot kill an idea. Hard to kill. January 10th,
Lord,
Tate appears in court in Bucharest to appeal his detention, arriving wearing handcuffs and bearing a copy of the Quran. His lawyers insist there is no evidence against him, but the judge rules against him anyway. You know, because it's set up. March 31st, Tate wins an appeal to replace his detention with house arrest after Bucharest Court of Appeal rules against a judge's decision to extend his incarceration for a 4th time for another 30 days. June 20th, Andrew and Tristan Tate are formally charged with human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women. The pair are accused, along with the 2 Romanian women, of tricking 7 alleged victims with false declarations of love and transporting them to take part in pornography.
which is apparently called the Loverboy method.
Okay, I could go home without hearing that. The women were allegedly controlled by intimidation, constant surveillance, and claims that they were in debt, the prosecution says. July 13th, the Tates launch a $5 million lawsuit against a Florida woman whom they claim falsely accused them of imprisoning her in Romania, leading to their arrest there on human trafficking charges. August 4th. Andrew Tate's appeal against house arrest succeeds. Speaking to reporters outside court 2 days earlier, the influencer had promised, quote, "The truth will be known very soon," end quote. We're still waiting.
Yeah, right.
Now we're going to fast forward to January 8th, 2024. I guess he just didn't feel like telling that truth.
Yeah, right.
The controversial influencer regains access to his supercars, designer watches, and properties after a court overturned a decision to seize his assets. Okay, prosecutors had previously seized 15 luxury vehicles, more than 10 properties, and 14 designer watches, as well as 2 blocks of precious metal. Quote, they took a lot of stuff, 15 cars, and they took a lot of things of a lot of value, end quote, Tate tells reporters. He continues to say, it'd be nice to get my things back. March 12th. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Both brothers are arrested in Romania over allegations of sexual aggression that date back to 2012 and 2015 and took place in the UK. They're detained for 24 hours and notified of a European arrest warrant that has been issued by Westminster Magistrates Court, with the Bucharest Court of Appeal set to decide whether to execute the warrants. Their extradition to the UK will be arranged after the Romania case is complete, so they still have to go face those charges when this Romania thing is done.
See, this is why it's a dumb decision to have dual, like, it makes you a criminal in several different countries.
Well, they're a criminal in several different countries because they committed crimes in several different countries.
Oh, right, I know.
Yeah, so ridiculous. Okay. Allegedly, because I know there's lawyers listening.
Allegedly.
Both Andrew and Tristan Tate deny the allegations, with their representatives saying they are fully committed to challenging these accusations with unwavering determination and resolve. End quote.
They always deny the allegations.
Everybody, I mean, if you're saying you did it, then you have to go to court, problem solved. So of course you're saying you're not.
I mean, look, there's more respect if you go, you know what, yeah, I did it.
Unfortunately, and I don't know how it works in Romania, but I will tell you that, like in America, if you sue someone, the burden of proof is on you. If you cannot provide that proof, you're not going to win.
Right.
May 8th, Andrew Tate is served with civil proceedings papers at his home in Romania. Lawyers on behalf of 4 British women say the alleged victims are bringing a case against Tate at the High Court in the UK after the Crown Prosecution Service decided not to prosecute them in 2019.
You're getting there.
McHugh jury and partners say all 4 women allege Tate raped and assaulted them and are seeking, quote, damages for injuries they suffered as a result, end quote. August 22nd, Andrew Tate is placed back under house arrest by a Romanian judge as prosecutors investigate new allegations concerning sex with a minor and trafficking underage persons. Tristan Tate is placed under special judicial control, and another 4 people are detained in connection to the case.
It's crazy.
Both brothers strongly deny the accusations. Of course they do.
Yeah. Again, who's not going to deny it?
Right. So the day before authorities seized cash, luxury watches, laptops, hard drives, documents, and 16 luxury cars during a search of 4 properties.
Now, why would you buy another luxury car? Like, what's the...
Power. December 18th, a court rules that Devon and Cornwall police can seize more than $2 million from the Tate brothers after they failed to pay any tax and $21 million of revenue from their online business.
Dummies.
Devon and Cornwall police made a legal bid to seize the money held in 7 frozen bank accounts from the Tates and a woman identified only as Jay. It was not me.
Jesus.
My family actually calls me Jay, so it's like, oh.
Hey, Jay.
In his judgment handed down at Westminster Magistrates Court, Chief Magistrate Paul Goldspring says what appears to be a complex financial matrix is actually a straightforward cheat of the revenue. So they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, they keep bringing up the Matrix a lot.
It really makes you wonder, right? December 19th, a court in Romania rules the first case involving the Tate brothers and 2 other women cannot proceed to trial due to multiple legal and procedural irregularities on the part of the prosecutors. Way to screw up the case.
Yeah, right.
The case is sent back to prosecutors for further review. Now, we're into this year finally. Oh my God.
Woohoo, let's go.
I know we're getting close to that end. I'm tired of reading. January 14th, 2025, Andrew Tate is released from house arrest pending the outcome of a criminal investigation and is placed under judicial control. This means he can travel within Romania while adhering to the required legal conditions according to the BBC. February 10th, an American woman accuses the Tate brothers of coercing her to Romania under false pretenses, attempting to, quote, recruit her, end quote, into sex work, and then, quote, bullying and harassing, end quote, her in a defamation suit.
They sound like lovely people.
Right? Joseph McBride, a lawyer for the Tate brothers, tells The Independent in an email, the center civil suit represents a poorly constructed and desperate attempt to relitigate the failed Romanian criminal case in a U.S. court. Yes, they're all conspiring against you. The unidentified woman's lawyer, Danny Pinter, tells The Independent, quote, the Tate brothers supposedly sued Jane Doe because they claimed her testimony to Romanian authorities was a lie. Now, when the first time Jane Doe tells her side of the story, they threaten sanctions. I think that speaks for itself as to where the truth lies.
Oh, yeah.
End quote. February 27th. Andrew and Tristan Tate fly out of Romania following reports that the Trump administration had pressed the Bucharest government to lift travel restrictions. Yeah.
What a joke.
The brothers leave the country after 5 a.m. local time on a private jet from some other airport out there, because I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Romania's anti-organized crime agency says prosecutors approved a, quote, request to modify the obligation preventing the defendants from leaving Romania. These include the requirement to appear before judicial authorities whenever they're summoned. The defendants have been warned that deliberately violating these obligations may result in judicial control being replaced with a stricter deprivation of liberty measure. Ooh. End quote. March 4th, the Office of Florida's Attorney General announces it is opening a criminal investigation into the Tate brothers days after they return to the U.S. Quote, based on a thorough review of the evidence I've directed the Office of Statewide Prosecution to execute search warrants and issue subpoenas in the now active criminal investigation into the Tate brothers, Attorney General James Othmeyer says. And that's where it is. So, we're going to be right back. We're going to discuss this.
Yes.
That was a whole lot to read.
I know.
All right, so we will be right back. Yeah, we'll be right back. Crazy stuff.
Come join our website at www.h2ocroutonspodcast.com to keep up on all the latest. If you want to hear our new episodes a few days earlier and get exclusive access to members-only benefits, join our Patreon. For just $5 a month, you will get exclusive members-only benefits. After 3 months, we'll send you an H2O Croutons official sticker. You can also join our free mailing list to be notified of contests, upcoming episodes, and more. Please show your support by following us on our socials. Just search H2O Croutons on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and more. To add us on Discord, search for h2o.croutons.podcast, all lowercase, and add us. If you have a question, need advice, or want to share your thoughts on any topic we discuss in our episodes, simply send us an email at h2oquestion@gmail.com. Or you can call or leave us a text at 1-786-505-2194. Again, that is 1-786-505-2194. H2O Croutons is syndicated on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, SiriusXM, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and more. Please make sure you like, follow, and review on your favorite platform. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Stay crunchy!
Welcome back. So, it's a lot.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Miss 20-year-old Gen Zer?
Quite frankly, you said a lot of what I think already, and what a lot of what I was gonna say. But why, like, okay, I don't care if it's a power thing. Why ruin your life in that way, knowing, like, I don't know. There's a part of me, like, it might be hypocritical, but I'm sure you've heard the phrase, like, I hate all men and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We don't actually mean that whenever we say that. But those kind of
in the
people
moment we
mean,
do. I think that's anyone. Man, I hate men. They're just blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we don't mean that. There's plenty of men that we love and plenty of men that we like and plenty of men that we respect.
And,
men.
Like, yes. Not boys, men.
I'm going to go over that in a minute. But
there's a difference.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what, on that kind of direction, like, here, can I do it? Because even at 20, I know a difference between a boy and a man. A boy is going to treat someone like trash just because they think they can, just because, oh, I'm Big Bad Barney, I can do whatever I want.
Big Bad Barney? Boom.
Yes. But
I think there is a certain, my opinion over the years, just more experience, and I've known some really great men and some really terrible men. And my opinion is, for some reason, I really do think a lot of it is you have some genetic at play and environment. And it depends, when if they combine, watch out. But something about men that women look at them in this perspective, just so you know, if you're listening and you're a man. We don't look at you and see muscles and all that, or money, and go, oh, he's such a man.
Or looks.
Even beards don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. All of a sudden, everybody's got to have a beard. But it is interesting that if most men would realize, if you want a good woman's going to look at you, and it will take a good woman. The kind of woman you want to take home to mom.
Treat her nice.
You wouldn't be the man that has character and integrity and honor and gentleness with a woman. I don't mean you have to take a woman's shit, okay? Because, look, there are days my husband, he could look at me and tell me, you're acting a fool. I'm like, you're right. I'm human. We're all human.
Yeah.
But I really do think men haven't misconstrued that we need you to be handsome and, rich and built, and stop putting that kind of pressure on yourself, first of all.
Yeah.
And never, when you don't let it get to your head like that. Mm-hmm. Because I slowly see, based on this article, where Andrew Tate, in my opinion,
losing it.
I think he just started getting more and more of an arrogant ego.
Because, like, if you think about it, in a way, Ariana Grande's current boyfriend, not exactly an attractive person, and yet he treats her nicely. They're doing just fine. Benny Blanco, Selena Gomez. I feel like there's other celebrities I could list.
There's that one that's with, what's her name? Kylie Jenner?
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's something cute about him.
You're gonna get attacked because people love to make Chalamet.
There is a video of him. He was at an award ceremony of some sort with Kylie, who you can tell he just treats her great, okay?
Yeah.
But he's talking to somebody, and the way he's looking at him, he is adorable. He has an adorable face when you really get to see him.
Yeah.
Not from a distance, not just... Sometimes when people talk, they're a little bit more... You see a side of them that you didn't see before. Yeah. You're just seeing the outside, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I see what she sees in them. Okay. And she's a pretty girl. Fake or not, she's very pretty. That's my opinion on that. But anyway.
Or like, I don't think he's unattractive, but Tom Holland, I'm sure some people would consider him unattractive. But he's very nice.
He has it. And that is what people need to learn.
Yes.
There is an it factor. It's called
You have
charisma.
to be respectful. You have to be that guy. You have to be that kind of person that's going to, like, open the car door and... Look,
you don't know. I don't think that's required anymore. I think that's kind of sexist to depend on a guy to open the door.
No, you should be able to open your own car door.
Yeah. If you can't open your own car door, don't even call yourself a feminist.
Okay, I'm not saying that you should have to depend on someone to open your car door.
But you're saying if you want to get more respect, do that. I just think that is...
Maybe that's something we could talk about on another podcast.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I do think that that's a requirement that most women have that is absolute bull.
Yeah, it's not a requirement to me.
You know what I'm saying? There are actually women who do see it as a requirement, or they look at men and go, if you don't do that, you're not a man. That does not define a man.
Mm-mm.
A man is his character, his integrity, his honor, that you feel safe with and around him.
Mm-hmm.
From him. That you don't have to worry about him beating you. Exactly my point. So we'll swing that right back around here, but yeah, I don't understand that. And the women that are drawn to men like that, those are daddy issues.
No, but...
Oh, the heck it's not. There is a self-esteem issue.
There is. I feel like, basically, what I've heard daddy issues be is, like, looking for, like, emotional support and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's not emotional support. That's emotional manipulation.
But in their eyes, it is emotional support because they're having someone of a male stature. Okay, so there's a male, and that male is telling them how to think, breathe, whatever. That's what they wanted their dad to do. Now they're getting it from a man.
Yeah.
If it's not that, it's low self-esteem. It's bizarre.
Like, you don't have to be so desperate to find someone that you settle for someone like that.
No, and I think this girl, now the most recent one, I can't remember her name.
I think she realized it too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said they don't be seeing each other for a year. What was interesting is there's a video from 2 years ago on YouTube. The thing of that is, so I'm in this discussion on Facebook, which boy, oh boy, people get heated in these discussions.
Yeah.
But this guy is like, you need to see this. When it was on TMZ.
Yeah.
And it was saying this girl had pressed charges and showed the pictures of her abusive face. Literally just trying to tell me you need to see this. And I'm like, not even the same girl. Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to be manipulative?
Yeah.
And that...
Because in the video that my mom's talking about, they said that it was consensual. You forgot to add that.
Yes. And that was that girl saying it was consensual, which it probably was because people are freaks.
Yeah.
Some people. What you do behind your bedroom door, I don't give a
I'm going to judge you for just...
Do you? And leave me out of the equation. Keep it in private,
or just don't put it out to the direct public.
It's called a need-to-know basis, and I don't need to know.
Exactly.
But I think...
Don't need to know, don't want to know.
No, thank you. I just really think that I'm concerned with the amount of men, and there was a woman calling them out on that same thread. If you're here defending this, maybe we need to be looking at you.
Yes.
Because, hear me when I say this, because somebody's going to put words in my mouth. This is not all men.
No.
But there are a good, large group of men who feel the way Andrew Tate does about women.
Yes.
I'm not beneath you. I am your equal. There are things that you are better at doing. There are things that I am better at doing. I like being in the kitchen, but you're not going to tell me to go in there. It's not going to happen that way. There are men who would get pissed at me and try to put me in my place, and there are women getting abused for the same kind of attitude, beaten into submission.
Yes.
And then they go to church on Sunday and talk about what a Christian they are. Bro, you're not a Christian. You're an idiot. And I don't know. It just absolutely baffles me. You know, like, how do we get to this point where this is acceptable and people defend it? These are the same freaking people that were saying, Wayfair selling children and furniture.
Or
you can believe that, but you can't believe actual evidence of somebody getting beat. Okay, cool. Says a lot about your intelligence, but cool.
It's been so ingrained for so long. Like, okay, here, more recently, there was, back in 50s, I think, maybe 30s, I think it was 50s, there was a song that came out, there's a woman...
We're having issues in the background here, it's really funny.
There's this woman with a YouTube channel. She goes like over songs from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I think all the way to the 60s. Squeaky chair.
Squeaky chair time. We both have squeaky chairs.
Now, in one of her songs, like, she doesn't sing the songs, obviously. She just plays them. And one of the songs that she was talking about, in PG ways of putting it, and as a song even worded it.
Okay. Is there something, do you want me to say this?
No, because there's no real way to make, like, have you say it. But basically...
Watch.
Basically, the song lyric is, I'm not going to get this word for word, but he says I have to make him pizza every night. You get what I'm saying? It goes further. Does that...
What did you say? She's got a slice of pepperoni?
Jesus, no.
Play with the sausage?
Mom? You're laughing at that.
50 Shades of Red that my daughter is facing right now is hysterical.
But, it's been like that for ages, and, like, it's not just that, obviously, but just, like, even home chores. Every old sitcom you'd find from, like, the 50s, like, now correct me if I'm wrong, because I've not ever really watched it, but,
Leave It to Beaver?
Lucille.
Lucy Ball? Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy.
Okay, I love Lucy.
Yes.
Very good. Yes!
And I Love Lucy, wasn't, like, all the episodes pretty much, like, always starting with her in the kitchen or something like that?
No.
No?
No.
Either way, it was a thing.
Lucy was actually very...
different for the
probably
time.
rebellious for that time
Okay,
frame.
so I take that back.
Yeah.
Respect for her, but...
Like, Leave It to Beaver?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
See,
their mom was, I don't know if it was every time in the kitchen, but she was always taking care of her family. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yes. If you
There's
choose that.
Exactly. And that's the difference.
That's what also feminism is about as well, is you should have the right to choose. It's
not like, extremist feminism, but the basics of what women want.
I consider myself a feminist. I consider myself a feminist, but not an extremist feminist. I believe in a lot of the same morals as they do, but not the... I don't want to be in the kitchen at all. Like,
it is...
I don't mind cooking a meal. Like...
It is the same concept of men who are misogynists, like Andrew Tate.
Yes.
They are the extreme of that, of men. And then the extreme feminists are... They make everybody else look bad.
Yes.
And most men, not all, but most men... will look at a woman and go, well, this is what I would like, but I'm not going to force you.
Yeah.
And most women, not all, will go,
thing.
Well, I want to take care of you. Because it's women, female instinct to nurture.
Yeah.
It's just who we are, just like it's supposed to be a man's instinct to protect everyone around them, their children, their spouses, their dogs, whatever, their country. It really just needs to be consensual for both parties, because then it's real. Because if you're forcing a woman to do something, I have words for you. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake. She doesn't want to do that for you, then she's not the girl for you.
Yeah.
I always want to make my husband and my kid food. I always ask him, take a bite of the food before you walk away.
She does.
I need to... I love to cook, but I want to know that you're happy with it. And that's my way of showing I love them. Because... they love my food. It's me taking care of them. Wow, here it is. So, I just think men need to understand that.
Yeah.
If you listen to my advice on that, I would say 80% of women are like that. There are the other 20% like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
You need to open the door, and I'm going to go through it and then walk back through it, and you got to open it again. And we'll do this 20 times. That's the kind of mentality it is. Like,
that's exhausting.
You need to get over yourself.
Either side of the coin is exhausting.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't know, but I would think it would be.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going to want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're angry about that, change your ways.
Exactly.
It works both ways. It's weird that this podcast started as Andrew Tate, but now we're kind of talking about personalities like Andrew Tate.
Yeah. I mean, it all kind of ties in if
It
you
does.
think about it.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, it's men like Andrew Tate that I don't see changing or trying. Like, he's so stuck in his ways, so used to it, he's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this, and it's not necessarily going to happen to him, but there are men who are like that who end up in prison, and they get educated on why they don't treat women and kids like that, because a lot of people in the prison system
Or even more respectful.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially kids.
Yeah.
You mess with kids or you mess with women, they'll come out. They don't give a crap who you are.
Yeah.
They'll come for you. And if you're some badass like Andrew Tate can do, kickboxing, you can't kickbox 20 guys.
Yeah.
And they will handle it. There are people in prison that when, someone murders someone, they will retaliate. Like Jeffrey Dahmer. This happens all the time.
Yeah, I think he was in prison for, how long before he got attacked?
It wasn't very long.
Yeah,
I mean, it was not short, but no, it was longer than that. It was longer than that.
Oh. Well, I was he was in the showers and,
yeah,
got beat to death.
And that, I wouldn't want to be in prison with him either as much as he was doing what he was doing. That's gross. I understood. I'm not saying it was right, but I understand. I should really make a podcast like that. I'm not saying it's right, but I definitely understand. I think it just got a whole new idea. But Luigi. It's so funny. Everybody feels that way.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh my god, there was a girl.
I will never.
Really quick.
I want to say this really quick and you can do this.
Yeah.
I will never ever condone it.
No.
But I will always usually understand when that happens because it's like, I get that anger. I'd never do that. I don't think like that. But most I do is fight. But, and then I don't do that anymore either. I'm too old.
I don't think you can fight CEOs. Meet me out front of the building and blah, 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 blah.
I'll verbally get them. I'll attack the shit out of them verbally. We all know that, but yeah.
But really quick, just as a little, this will make people laugh. There was a video I saw one time.
Yeah.
Now, the prison that Luigi's currently being held at, apparently that got out for some reason, and it also got out that he likes Slurpees. So this girl is driving out the car window, I got you, Luigi! Screaming, yelling.
Silly.
He was looking out, the prison cell, just like, what?
He probably laughed.
Yeah, probably.
I do think it takes... I understand. No, I wouldn't say guts. You mean to kill somebody like that? No, that doesn't take guts. That takes... He was obviously in emotional trauma to the point where he saw no end and had nothing left to lose. Yeah. But let's keep it... And this is where I kind of go, you might want to wake up, health industry.
Yeah.
Because... And America... You ignore mental health. You don't give people what they need as far as insurance to get the help they need. Mm-hmm. This is why it happens, because you're ignoring it.
Yeah.
Wake the up.
Beep.
So, beep. But yeah, I really just... This dude and his brother, because his brother is wanted for rape as well, they need to spend some time getting humbled, and that means getting them behind bars where you're not going to get away with this, so stop doing. So when you get back out, don't do it, because you're going to go right back in.
Yes.
Because for some reason, when people do things, Donald Trump, illegally, they don't have to pay a price for that.
Yeah.
They get emboldened.
Yeah.
And I am a daughter of a person who raped people. Women, girls, actually. And I'm telling you, I watched him as I got to know him and knew his criminal background. He got worse every freaking time he got out.
Yeah.
Why in the hell do people not recognize that? So we just keep letting people get away with it. They're going to keep doing worse.
Exactly.
To the point where it's going to get so bad, you would have wished you stepped up. And it's the same people, similar people, who will go, well, if you knew they had mental health problems, why'd you let them have a gun?
Yeah.
Bro, if you knew they had this, why'd you keep supporting it?
Yeah.
We have to stop being political about everything.
You know, in certain cases, like with Andrew Tate, I say just let ICP handle it.
ICP. Really? They
Insane
are
Clown
crazy.
Posse.
I know exactly who they are. Hi, my
Posse,
generation.
Posse.
My generation.
I know, I'm aware. There's this one song that I found recently called Catch a Predator, and I was like, you know what? Understandable.
Dude, there was a TV show.
Oh, I know.
Oh, he was good. And
You don't understand. The song goes into much darker aspects.
I do understand. I don't need to know more because they're the ICP.
Yeah.
So I'm well aware how they work because, again,
Your generation.
my generation. Hi.
Yes.
We created metal. I get it. But the TV show, just really quick, Chris something. I didn't watch all the time because those kind of people wig me out.
Yeah.
But they would basically get online or wherever and end up getting them talking on the phone or whatever, and it was actually adults conversating with these predators.
Yes.
And they would say, I'm at home right now, you know, do you want to come over? And they would show up.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, you knew there
was a chance
that she was 14.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was just coming over to watch a movie with her. My ass, you were. No, you weren't.
Yeah. There was actually a guy who, and I don't know if he was actually a creep or if it was like something that just like got misconstrued. But there was a guy that had gotten caught on the show, and I don't think the episode ever aired because he went and himself as soon as they found
on this
out.
Show?
Yeah. Like, went back to his house. They followed him or something. Like, I think they had it all on film. And couldn't get in the house. And they're like, this isn't good. Tried to get the police. Like, I would have to find it. I could have this totally off. I'll have to find it for you later.
I don't want to watch somebody do that.
No. You can't see. You can hear the gunshot, but you can't hear any. Like, you can't hear or see anything else. But you see police come back out, like, 2 minutes later. He's gone. Yeah. Like that. And it's just like, oh! Dang, okay. I don't have sympathy for them.
I don't. I'm sorry.
But I also don't want to see it, like, if it was like a mistake, like I think it might have been, I don't want to see that happen either.
If I always kind of look at it from a religious aspect, I'm not really sure if I'm on the right path with how I handle that, but if you are a sexual predator of any kind, adults, children, I can't forgive you.
Yeah.
I won't forgive you. Not that you need it, but you don't want me on your jury.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well. It just won't. I would never. I just don't and won't. Because you can, say maybe it's a psychological thing. Just like it is with Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yes.
But you're weak if you can't control that.
Yes.
And that is something I wish more people understood. I wish we'd stop being, don't tell them they're weak. It's like I remember one time your grandma was here.
Don't say she's flawed.
I'm like, why not? I'm flawed. You're flawed. We're all flawed. Yeah. It's okay. Just varying degrees of flawed. But this is just, if you're not, if you're remorseful or something afterwards, that's between you and God, and I'll stay out of it. Okay? But if you show no remorse, I can't move past that. If God decides that he's going to let those people in and they're not remorseful, which I don't think he would be, I don't want to be in heaven. I'd rather just be like, I don't...
burn.
There must be a higher power than God, because I can't even imagine a God who says if you have premarital sex that you're going to hell, which 95% of the country is going to do that.
95% of the world.
Probably. Well, I don't know. There's strict religions in other places where they're pretty adamant about it, but there are a lot of people that go, oh no, back in the old days they didn't do that. I studied family history for 32 years. You can't tell me women were having babies 6 months after they got married all the time. So it was very interesting how it worked. I don't know. It bothers me a lot. But I don't care. I don't forgive that. If
No.
you know what you're doing, again, it's not your problem. It's your psychological urge. I get it. Everybody's got some about them.
Yeah.
But you control that.
Yes.
If you know you're having problems, you need to do whatever you got to do to protect yourself and
Yep.
others from being hurt by you.
Yes.
And if my own father would have done that, we wouldn't be in the position we are today
Yeah.
with me. Only when I think of him, like, I love my dad, but I also hate my dad
Yeah.
a lot. So, people think it's just all simple and whatever, but we just, man, stop being that way.
Yes.
Treat each other cool. And it's like I tell you guys, if you want to say something in opposition, you're welcome. But if you're a jerk, now we've got a different problem. Does it scare you as someone who's young and has not been out there that you will run across someone like this one day?
Oh, yeah, because it's way too common than you think. Like,
Yeah.
way more common than you think.
Well, I don't know. I've never had but one person do that years ago.
Yeah.
You kind of learn how to suss them out.
But yeah, I agree with that. It's a crazy world out there. It really
Mhm.
is. You never know what to expect with people anymore.
No, you don't.
Because, like, you look at people and you're like, oh, they look so kind, but you don't know this whole, like, secret life they have behind everything, behind closed doors, and it's just like, oh.
You know, we've got that whole Kyle Hates Camping
Yeah.
on YouTube channel that
Yeah.
I watch. And you always hear about these stories about this man, I just watched it today, took his wife up into some mountain, and next thing you know, he's calling the police going, I need help, my wife
Yeah.
fell, my wife fell. He pushed her off.
Oh, my God.
And it took a bit to figure it out, but they figured it out with some really good detective work. But there are people like that out there. And you always kind of in the back of your head going, and they were married for 12 years. So by 12 years in, you're going, of course you're going to trust him. He's never done anything to hurt you, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So you kind of go, at any moment, that could change.
Yes,
It's scary.
it is.
And that's with women and men. There are women who go flipping psycho.
Mhm.
You know, there was a girl, just to give you an example, there's a situation where this guy cheated on his wife. Last name was Bobbitt. Bobbitt. Well, he cheated on her, and
Sorry.
no, not bop it, but she did bop it. Anybody listening who knows the story will understand. But she got so enraged with what he, with him cheating,
Yeah.
that she literally cut it off. But yeah, it was insane. So women are nuts too. So it's on either side of the equation.
Yeah.
And you just have to pick the person, and it's scary because you don't know who you're going to end up with. I mean, yeah. Stay single.
Yeah, just forever. Just
Yeah, and you know
Who
what?
needs
It's 2025.
relationships?
You can do that now.
yeah, you can. You can. I think you can legally marry yourself.
That would be weird, and I don't understand the purpose, but okay.
I don't either.
If you
I
can't
said I
marry
think-
the same sex, why would you be able to marry yourself? That's the same sex. All right, anyway, so we need to wrap it up. It's been a
Yeah.
long episode, but that's okay. So, yeah. Scary. What's out there?
Yeah.
What's even weirder is if you just, say I'm out there arguing with people on Facebook about shit because they think I'm arguing, so let's just
Right.
keep it that way. Like, no, I'm just trying to talk to you, but whatever. But say one of them's psycho and they figure out where I live and they come in and they do something. There are people out there like that. So you
There
always
are.
have to be thinking like that.
Yeah.
Just so you
sure.
know, big dogs, big guns. That's all I'm going to say. And a really angry Army vet who's disgruntled as
Yeah.
all shit. Good luck. And an alarm system that's right top of the line. So now that we've
Oh,
got that
Lord.
covered,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
And I live in a town where I know a lot of people that would be not good. And I live next door to people who everybody on our block probably owns weapons of some
Probably.
sort. It's just the county we live in.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, it's interesting out there, and I hate the fact that there are days as your mother that I go, maybe I shouldn't have brought her into this world
I
because
understand that.
yeah, I don't know what she's gonna have to put up with because I decided to have a kid.
I'm terrified to, like, someday have a kid myself. Just like,
Yeah.
Look,
I wouldn't have a
kids
kid
are
now for nothing. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not here.
No.
Oh, Canada. New Zealand.
Probably more there than Canada.
They have no snakes in New Zealand, but they have orca and they have dolphins.
Spiders.
They do have spiders, but I think you'd have to go out in their little woods to get that. That guy Tony on AB Camping on YouTube, he camps all the time, and I've never seen him.
Yeah.
I've never seen him fight off a spider, so maybe we'll be in luck.
Maybe we will be.
All right, so thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time. Until then, we're out of here.
Bye-bye.
Stay crunchy.